Hopefully this one works. Sound and fix this. Alright, Gucci Gucci. Get my okay guys. So let me break the market for you real quick. So currently we were waiting for the Fed, and we knew the Fed wasn't really gonna say nothing crazy. We knew he was gonna say, I want to see data. I'm not gonna say nothing unless I see data. Also, with the war going on, it was a no-brainer. If he said it before so many times, they until this war and this data, blah 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 blah. So it made sense for the market to take a nice little dump, even though we had good earnings. It's normal for the market to have that little pullback, and right now, as I was looking at the S&P 500, especially with all my bullshit in here, um, I was noticing how the Nasdaq was giving me a more clear picture when you put them together. But they mirror each other. So what was it? So this region here. Now notice how in that 8-hour time frame, the Nasdaq was pretty much consolidating in this region, whereas the S&P was actually taking a nice little dump. Let me show you. Right here. So notice in this region from right here all the way how it doesn't break this area right here, this support in this area, whereas the S&P actually starts falling on down, making it seem like we're going to break. I knew it didn't make sense because Powell talked at 11. The data came out at 11, and then he talks at 11:30. That normally takes from 11:30 to 12:45, almost 1. After they're done with the questions, that will move the market. Besides that, we all knew what he was gonna say, and he said it, so it didn't shock the market or nothing. We were just waiting for the earnings. Earnings came out good. Now, what we're waiting for, since we know he's wants data dependent jobless claims along with GDP and other data is coming out tomorrow or today at 5:30 in the morning. It's currently 2 a.m. Arizona time. So as I was watching, important time for the market is time is important for the market. So your 11:45, your 11:45, 12:30. Your 11:45 to 12:30 is a really important time to hold or break. So this is the box where the Nasdaq was holding, consolidating the whole time, which told me to pay attention to this, guide me through this. Whereas the S&P, it was this box right here, and this blue line you see here is a weekly line. So as we broke that on a forward candle, traders whatnot are doing the whole hey look, we just broke a weekly support, and I'm gonna go for a sell. Then so from your 11:45 to 12:30, it's pretty much 11:45 to 12:30 we start going up, or 11:45, 12:30, and we start going down, we end up creating support in these prices right here, and then continue going up. Same thing with the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq was guiding me, this was guiding me. We either hold here or start breaking 11:45, 12:30. This is also an 8-hour candle 50 Fibonacci and a 4 candle 50 Fibonacci. So we start breaking 11:45, 12:30, and then from here start going back up as we anticipate the data, or we will hold here and start going up as we anticipate the data. And from here, we're either gonna start bullshitting here 3, 4, 5, and when the data comes out and the market opens, it may be volatile, maybe drop down here, but it may hold this region. Maybe the worst we can get wick somewhere here. And as we get to 6, 7, we'll shake it off somehow because we got also Apple earnings and all this shit. So the market will somehow shake it off and bounce back up again, especially like 7:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock, or even before it could be up here. But yeah, that's what the market is waiting for tomorrow. Also, we still in war, so also another thing that I did notice is that we have a head and shoulders. Here's the base, right? Here's your shoulder. Here's your head. Here's your other shoulder. Now we're waiting for the data to save us and the earnings, or we fail and we go down, completing this base and finally breaking on down. Or it's gonna be half data, so we're gonna shake some of it off, bounce somewhere here, 7,103, and then as we get to 8, 9 o'clock, because of earnings, we'll come back to this region, closing maybe here at 1 or 12, maybe breaking it barely, and hope that earnings save us. Or we fail, we go and we open lower here and start going down. That's when you're seeing the Nasdaq do the same thing. That's where you're seeing Bitcoin do the same thing. S&P gets good news, it goes up. You can see Bitcoin start going up. S&P gets bad news and starts going down. You're gonna see Bitcoin start going down. Once I see Bitcoin at 75,519 sometime tomorrow, it's gonna tell me that S&P is gonna start going down and Bitcoin is gonna start going down along with Ethereum. You're gonna see Ethereum come back down to these prices, 2,242, and then start going down, especially sometime 8, 9 in the morning. If that happens, if we have bad news. And the same thing with XRP. You'll see XRP come down to 135. Yeah. And start giving you early warning signs. I already have it here with danger, danger. Danger, danger. I have Ethereum. Mayday, mayday. And we already broke mayday, mayday. So there's a warning. For Bitcoin. Not having it for Bitcoin. As long as we're above this, we're flying. When we start breaking that. But XRP and Ethereum XRP and Ethereum are the ones that guide me also with Bitcoin. especially because they're smaller and they correlate with the S&P 500 too. So, and then we're still in war too. So let me see. I think we have data Friday. Man, all right. So Friday we either gonna oil is at a all-time high. Watch this baby here. So look, too many fucking lines. I don't want to fucking scare you guys, but look at this shit. So let me break this down. Here's here's when we attacked them. Oil when we went to 119. We bombed the shit out of them. He bullshitted us. Said, hey, I'ma bomb the shit out of you guys in the next 48 hours. He said, never mind. We're buddies now. I'm gonna give him 5 days. Then they said, nah, he's bullshitting you guys. And then the market said, oh shit. So to me, this was my indicator. As long as we stay in between 100 and 92, the market was neutral. Anything above 100, we're going into war. Anything below 92, we're getting out of war. Peace and love. I'm gonna start fucking attacking you. Peace and love. Hell yeah, we're brothers and sisters. Hell no, I don't really trust you. Yeah, we're going into war. So that's how I'm guiding this. On top of that, we're closing into a Friday here. Anything, any bomb, any happening over the weekend, you're gonna see oil open at 111, 112. It's gonna start getting serious. There's already a warning right here. And from right here, like I said, you're just having the market wait for the unemployment data, GDP. That's why you have the 50 Fibonacci right here. You got a 4-hour candle right here. That's what it is. Besides that, I'm gonna get out. We do have Apple earnings, like I said. Masters card's gonna say a lot too. We have Apple, and I believe we next week we have one more. I believe. No, that's it. At least for the top 7. You already had the banks, Palantir. So from here, the market is gonna focus maybe just this week. Not really that's gonna be driven more by war or something, because now we don't have earnings really. All the top 7 already passed, besides tomorrow, and it's gonna be focused more on war. We're either gonna escalate it more and get sidetracked with something else, or we're gonna fake more good news over the weekend to tame that oil price and to tame that market happiness and focus on whatever data closing the month fucking happy, the year, we have the month happy. Mm-hmm. Let's see. From 2 o'clock, it's gonna go probably 3, and then maybe 4 or 5 get stuck down here. 5:30, 6 get stuck down in here. Depending on data, shoot up, or depending on data, get stuck down here, shoot down here, come down here in these prices, and hold it, and then come back later, or keep going down. There'll be some expected news like that. But besides that, somewhere in this region down here, but we'll see. That's all.